everyone, I'm Kristen and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what to eat right after J-pouch or ostomy surgery or any other bowel surgery. This would apply to you too. Next week we are going to be talking about generally what to eat with a J-pouch or ostomy. So if you're watching this video, next week that video would be perfect for you. So hit subscribe and you can know when I post that. I am a dietitian, so I am qualified to give this information, but just remember that I can't individualize this stuff and add in everything about, say, for anyone with diabetes or allergies. I can't really put all that information in one video. So this is just a generalized idea of what to eat after bowel surgery for those that don't have any other issues with digesting food. The first day when you wake up from your bowel surgery, you will likely be NPO, which means that you won't be able to eat or drink anything, including water. And that's just because they're waiting to make sure that there aren't any complications and they might have to, wheel you back into surgery or something. The next day, though, you will get to eat, and usually your surgeon says, okay, no restrictions, just eat whatever you feel like. So, most people don't wake up from bowel surgery feeling like, let's order a hamburger, because you're gonna feel pretty crappy after getting your bowels resected and your bowels haven't woken up completely yet, and something greasy like a hamburger isn't gonna be super easy to digest. So just start slow, with broth or Gatorade, or they have Clear and Sure that has protein in it, and they have all those things up on the floor, so you don't have to order it and wait for it. You can just ask your nurse to get it off of the floor. And the Clear and Sure, it tastes like snow cone syrup, so you might want to water it down with some ice to make it taste a little bit more like juice. After you try those foods, you can start going more towards the soft foods such as yogurt, applesauce, cottage cheese, pudding, all those soft, easy to digest foods. One thing also that I almost forgot to say was, I know it's really tempting to not eat after having bowel surgery because of how crappy you feel, but it is important to keep things going down as frequent as you can, every few hours, because it is important to avoid an ileus, which is when a portion of your bowel isn't getting enough blood flow and oxygen, and then you might have to get an NG tube to suck out all of the bile because it's not allowing it to flow through your GI system as well. So just remember, even though you do feel really crappy, that keeping food moving and keeping your bowels working is important. And you can also help that by just walking around the floor a few times a day and getting that blood flowing that way too. After you try those soft foods and you're keeping them down, then you can start trying some more protein foods like grilled chicken, cheese sticks. You could even try chicken noodle soup, or you could have a little bit of hamburger. But you do want to stay away from more greasy foods because those are going to be harder to digest. So if you are going to order the chicken, order grilled chicken versus the crispy chicken, because the crispy chicken is fried and that might upset your digestive system. Okay guys, I was just editing the YouTube video and I totally forgot to talk about something that's super important about protein. So protein is really important after surgery because your immune system is trying to heal all that damage that just happened, and if you don't eat enough protein, it will start to take protein from your muscles, which will make it even harder to recover afterwards, and it will give you less energy, and then you just won't feel yourself for longer. So make sure to focus on these protein foods that I'm mentioning in the video, and not just in the hospital in the first few days, but also when you get home for the first couple months while you're healing. Also, while you're in the hospital, some pretty easy to digest foods might be like canned fruit, like peaches, pears, mandarin oranges. You know, anything canned is going to be more easy to digest than some fresh fruit. So now you might be wondering, I'm home, what do I eat now? So you can slowly just try to build off of what you tried at the hospital, and just trying one food at a time is usually smart to see how it affects your digestive system. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what vegetables can I eat? I still want to be able to eat healthy and things like that. Well, just don't rush your body, because vegetables are super hard to digest for those of us that had bowel surgery, but canned vegetables are really great for digesting, such as green beans or canned carrots. Also, boiling frozen vegetables such as, you know, broccoli or some peas, those are going to be easy to digest too, as long as you fully cook them. And you know, broccoli is going to produce a little bit more gas and might make you feel more bloated. But that is one that I found worked for me. Even though it did produce a little bit more gas, I was able to digest it. So I was like, great, I can add another vegetable to my list of foods that I can eat, and that's all that I cared about. The last piece of advice that I have for you is about blockages. So remembering that there is no restriction when you have these bowel surgeries. However, there are foods that are more likely to cause blockages. Those are more fibrous foods like corn, popcorn, the skin of fruits and vegetables. So make sure you peel them. Lettuce, spinach, nuts, those are the main ones that might cause blockages. That does not mean that you can't eat these foods. Just try a little portion at a time to see how your body reacts, and then if there's any problem with them, you can just wait a month and see how, or you don't have to wait that long, but just wait a little bit and see how you react to it the next time. And just because it doesn't work for you right now during those first couple weeks after surgery doesn't mean that you're never going to be able to eat them again. Your digestive system is still waking up and getting used to the new system and the flow of things, so just try to be really patient. On the same note of blockages, as well as just feeling better to digest foods, is remembering to chew, chew, chew. That is the saying for us, because chewing your food more to almost the point of a liquid consistency in your mouth is going to cause less uncomfortable feelings of bloating and make it easier to come out when it does need to come out, and also it reduces the risk of blockages. So just remember to chew, chew, chew. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and if you have any other questions about what to eat after bowel surgery, just leave a comment below and I will try to respond to them as best as I can. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye!